determined. And I welcome in Lisa Salters now, who has been covering as best as she or anyone could the events at the stadium as these determinations were made that this game would be suspended. And Lisa, we've all been lucky, right, to do this, to make this our life, to do something we love, to cover games that mean so much. I can't recall an evening quite like this, and I just wonder, first, as a human being whose job it is to document these games, how you would describe what this last hour and a half has been like.
It's hard because, like you guys have said, this is a human being, and all you can really think about is, I hope that guy is okay. We've seen players go down with head injuries before, and as horrible as that may sound, we've grown accustomed to it, seeing guys take hard hits, see them stay down for a little while, get back up, give the thumbs up, and that's all we were all hoping for, was that Damar Hamlin was going to get up and that he was going to get on in that ambulance, he was going to give us a thumbs up, and we were all going to know that he was okay. And when that didn't happen, I think this entire stadium was just devastated. I mean, right now, all I can really think about is that player, his teammates, just seeing the agony on their faces, the concern on their faces. They're scared for him right now, and they should be. We all should be. But to see them hugging each other, down on their knees, praying for him, his coach, the other team, their head coach, those players, just to see how much unity and just unified concern that they all had for this young man. It's been overwhelming. There's a pall over the stadium right now. Like you said, Scott, you come to work, we're expecting to see the game of the season, and what we got was so terrible, but that doesn't really matter. All that really matters is Damar Hamlin and his family, and we just can't say it enough that we hope that he's okay.
Agreed, as you said, and I echoed the thoughts in the start. All you can do is lift him up in prayer, and we continue to do so. As I said a moment ago, Lisa, and I realize you're there on the field, we have access to all the different feeds here that you all have for the Monday Night Football broadcast. And as I looked, it struck me that there was an urgency with which the medical personnel were moving that was atypical, and that was so concerning, right, because it's their job to know, is someone hurt or injured? In this case, is someone in distress? And I wonder if you just, as you replay what was happening, what was your sense of how dire the circumstances were?
Yeah, it was when all of the players came out onto the field and took a knee. The entire Bills bench emptied and was out on the field, and the way that the players, all of the players, the Bills and the Bengals, the way they formed a human wall around Damar Hamlin, that let me know there that this was not just another injury, that there were things going on behind that human wall that we shouldn't be seeing. They were trying to respect that young man's privacy, and rightfully so. So that was when I realized immediately that this was not just another injury, that this was something very, very serious.
I have an appreciation for the fact that there's so much going on here that initially there was a sense that maybe they'd take 5 minutes and get loose and play. And as I'm looking at this, I'm thinking there's no possible way that that's going to happen. And it seems to me, Lisa, that it was Taylor and McDermott and their respective players who essentially threw up their hands and said, no, we're not. We're not playing football in 5 minutes. And again, I could be entirely wrong, but that was the sense I got as I watched. Was that what you felt was happening?
Well, initially, like you said, it seemed as if the players were just going to take some time and to process this and to try to regroup and refocus. I saw Stephon Diggs. Well, first we saw Sean McDermott call his team together.
Right.
That the Bills all got down on a knee, and we don't know what he said to them, but it appeared as if he was trying to refocus his team. And then Stephon Diggs did the same thing. He was yelling, guys, come on, come on, come on, come on, because players were just sitting on the bench just looking completely shell-shocked and devastated, and rightfully so. But all of the team got together on the Bills sideline. Stephon Diggs, I could hear him rallying the troops. I could hear him encouraging them, telling them that let's go, let's refocus. But then after that, the players just kind of went back to what they were doing before, which was to be emotionally distraught. Players went back to the bench. They went back to hugging each other. They went back to taking their knees to their knee. Some guys had towels on their faces, and they were just openly sobbing into their towels. So at that point, it started to become clear that this is not something that these players are going to get over. They're not going to be wanting to play another down anytime soon.
Nor should